YouTube. Welcome back to another video. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to K Palace. I'm your host K Dub. Listen, today I'm not gonna lie, man. We got some stuff to react to. Obviously, um, we gotta react to the Kyrie. I just seen that Gilbert Arenas' son, Elijah tore his meniscus. It hasn't really been like a good year for a good summer for Elijah. I'm saying get into the car crash, and then now, as you see, tears his meniscus. Yeah, it's a lot. It's been a lot going on. Like got the Luka Doncic contract situation. You know what I'm saying we'll speak on that at like another day. But Kyrie went live on Twitch. I was watching the live. I was watching his stream last night. Kyrie broke down some stuff that happened in Brooklyn and why it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? On stream he was saying like Brooklyn didn't want him like that. They wanted KD, and he was saying how like nobody in Brooklyn liked him. Um, the organization didn't like him because of the whole not want to get vaccinated, and you know they're doing other stuff that kind of was trying to help him as a person that Brooklyn wasn't really on board with. So Kyrie Irving kind of addressed the comments that KD and Steve Nash had said with LeBron on the Mind and Mind podcast. You know what I'm saying? A Mind Your Mind podcast. I think with LeBron and Steve Nash. So Kyrie's reacting to a clip or clips of what KD and Steve Nash had said. KD had made some comments saying that that him and Steve were the only ones that were on board as far as signing contracts and that stuff and trying to be together long term. Katie said that him and Steve were the only ones that were on the same page and that nobody else was on the same page, which she was speaking about Kyrie and James. So let's just get right into the video, man.
With the GM one time, the assistant GM one time. Literally, when I look back at that decision, I'm like, man, I should have taken some more time to delegate and figure out what's best for me. You know, KD had just tore his Achilles in the finals. Me and him were, planning on doing things to go to Brooklyn, right? I don't know any of you guys that would still stick it out with one of your friends that tears their Achilles and wait a year and a half for them to get healthy, but I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to leave K out there after a torn Achilles and be like, nah, fuck that. We not going to play together anymore. I waited for my brother to get healthy. You know what I'm saying? And now Brooklyn, I wish that we got a chance to get to know them beforehand because they wasn't fucking with me like that. You know? And that's just me. That's my perspective. That's my perspective. Now, did they want me on the team? Sure. You can say that. But Kenny Atkinson wasn't fucking with me like that, bro. Nets didn't want me like that. They wanted K. And that's my vantage point, right? This is the information that I gathered after I left. And again, this is not about Brooklyn. It's just about business. I wish I would have handled the business better and got a chance to know them first. Ask them questions. Hey, what's the future like? Instead of just committing blindly and thinking that, hey, we about to come in here and just do X, Y, and Z. Right? I didn't have much power going in there. I couldn't say who we could get and who we could not get. I couldn't hire the coach or if we, you guys knew my opinion on the head coach at the time, right? It wasn't perfect, but it was very immature, right? I was very immature at that point. I'm 27, 28. I'm leaving Boston, feeling good about going back home. I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'm signing, you know what I mean? I left my management company, went to Rock Nation at that point, ended up leaving Rock Nation 2 years after that. I signed with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, a lot of changes were going on. I had teammates, I had friendship changes, but I'm going to get back to the point, right? When I was in Brooklyn, I just look back at that business decision like, yo, get to know the front office before you make any decision.
Yeah. So obviously Kyrie explained his situation in Brooklyn. He even spoke about uh, James Harden. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he even spoke about James Harden. He tried to what? He tried to convince James Harden to stay the first time he wanted to be traded, and it didn't work. He sat there and told James that, man, if you stay, man, we can win championships. And he thought he had James on, and he thought he had Harden on board with the whole conversation. And then the next day you know, he requested a trade and won it, and he ended up going to Philly like the next day. He said he was cool with it. Like I said, there's a bunch of clips about this, but it was very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I was a Brooklyn fan at the time, to be honest with you. KD, Kyrie are still my favorite players. Obviously, James Harden is one of my favorite players as well from the OKC days, and I followed him after he left OKC to Houston. They've just always been my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to win a ring, like really bad. Not gonna lie, but injuries and off the court stuff with Kyrie started to happen, and it was to the world it was seen to the world it was seen as a distraction. It was seen that Kyrie was a distraction, but in reality, bro, Kyrie was just trying to stand up for what he believed in. Brooklyn wasn't really behind him, or the NBA wasn't behind Kyrie as well, man. You got then you had like the Stephen A's on TV talking crazy, the Shannon Sharps and all of them. Shaq was talking crazy at one point. Charles Barkley was started talking crazy. Like, a lot of TV analysts was talking crazy about Kyrie. And then a few years later, everything that Kyrie was telling us about, he was right. You know what I mean? He was right. You know what I mean? So that's that. You know what I mean? That's that with the whole Kyrie situation. They definitely would want some championships. I just think they just need to be locked in, and they just need to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Um, in my opinion, I think they just need to be healthy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that was one of the reasons why it didn't work, was because they just weren't like they just weren't locked in as a group together. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's very unfortunate. See, I want to speak on this real quick. Um, so obviously, right here, it doesn't get any better for the Arenas family. Elijah tears his meniscus and is expected to miss the remainder of the 2025-26 season. As y'all know, he committed to USC and he was going to play for USC this year, but obviously now USC has potentially two young superstars out for the year. Juju could come back possibly during March Madness, but she probably won't play next year. She'll probably play the year after. Uh, it's very unfortunate. Obviously, Elijah had the car crash a few months ago, which was very tragic. You know what I mean? And now with the torn meniscus, it's very unfortunate. I think Elijah's eight. I think he's 18 years old. So, um, you know what I'm saying? Prayers out to him, Gil Arenas. You know what I'm saying? As they go through this time. But yeah, it's unfortunate because Elijah, bro, he's really good. I ain't gonna lie, he's really good. You know what I'm saying? I think he's sponsored. I think he has a Nike. He has an Adidas sponsorship. He got um, McDonald's sponsor. So yes, it's things looking really good for Elijah. But you hate to see this happen to anybody. You know, since somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? And I mean, yeah, man. This happens, then now you have to try to figure out what to do next. You know what I'm saying? You have to. I mean, it's a meniscus, so usually meniscus is not really. I don't know. I mean, I think meniscus is. It's not like an AC. It's not an ACL injury. I think meniscus is. I mean, yeah, it's not an ACL injury. Um, it's not like a year injury. It's like a half of a year type injury. So he tore it now. He probably won't get healthy till March Madness. So very unfortunate for Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, hopefully, bro gets better. Hold on? What's going on, bro? Luca. Um, so for y'all that don't know, Luca is expected to sign his contract extension. Obviously the Lakers made a few moves. Obviously, getting DeAndre Ayton, and then signing Marcus Smart, a former Defensive Player of the Year. Marcus Smart can help them because they need a guard that can play defense right now. They don't really have a lot of defense. You know, like you let go of Finney Smith. There's really no other defender on the team. You know, Luka plays no defense. Also, Reeves don't play defense. Braun kind of lack defense now. Rui Hachimura can play a little bit of defense. And then DeAndre Ayton, you don't know what you're gonna get from DeAndre Ayton. Is he gonna be motivated or is he gonna be just out there? And then off the bench, I mean, you got Marcus Smart, defender. I'm trying to see. Gabe Vincent can be a defender at times. Jared Vanderbilt he's a really good defender, but he's always injury prone. Um, yeah, yeah, that's really it. You know what I mean, they don't got defense, and with Luca, you know, trying to get Marcus Smart on the team because you know with him with did they play in the finals? No, Marcus Smart wasn't on that team. But obviously, Marcus Smart has history of guarding Luca, and Luca has history of going up against Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting what the Lakers do. I got the Lakers probably top seven. I think they're gonna struggle still. I think defense might be a problem still. I know they got Marcus Smart, but I think defense might be a problem for them still. Because Luca's gonna have to play defense. He's gonna have to get. He's gonna have to care about it. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying this season with Luca. I think Luca might have an MVP season. You know what I mean? With him getting traded from Dallas this season, he wasn't really able to. He was injured for like half of the year down there. So with Luca coming in this year, I've heard he's lost weight, and I mean we hear that every year he lost weight, but I've heard he's lost weight. You know what I'm saying? And you know he's motivated. So I mean we'll see what happens because right now I don't think Braun is happy with how the Lakers been uh how they've been making these moves. I don't think he hasn't been happy with the Lakers' recent free agency or trade deadline decisions. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. I mean, like you trade AD. I mean, I don't think Brian had nothing to do with that. Brian couldn't have had nothing to do with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, a LeBron and Luca duo is very scary. I know Bron is 40, but I mean that's still a scary line. That's still a scary duo, regardless. And then your third option is Austin Reeves, who can cook and get hot at any moment, and he can embarrass you on the court. Yeah, the Lakers need DeAndre Ayton to be a rim protector and a roller, and I'm saying a lob threat, all that. Like he got to protect the rim. It's the only way they're gonna win. And then with Bronny and Dalton Connect in summer league, they got to play. Dalton Connect gotta get minutes, bro. Dalton Connect gotta get minutes, bro. He had 40 this year almost, and like he was cooking, and then he fell out of the rotation. Like, um, know what I'm saying? Like Braun like shooters and don't connect as a shooter, but you gotta play him. So we'll see what happens with the Lakers. You know what I mean? Luka. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to drop basketball content as best as I can if every day, if not every day, every other day. So here y'all go. But hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you're new again, praise y'all to the Arenas family. You know what I'm saying? Get well, Elijah. Kyrie, Tribe, you know what it is. Tribe. You know what I'm saying? Stay grounded, my guy. Bird, you know what time it is, Kyrie. You already know what time it is, Kyle. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you're new, man, I'm out this thing, bro.